Today's video is all about how to fix elbow pain.
Get up and get down, get up and get.
Hey guys, thanks so much for stopping by the YouTube channel. Today I'm joined by my friend Olu, who's having some medial elbow pain right on the inside of his right elbow. So what we're gonna do today is I'm gonna bring him through a full evaluation process to find out exactly why his elbow pain's there, and then we're gonna see if we can start some early rehab and see how it feels. So first and foremost, point to where your elbow pain's at.
So right here.
Right on that inside.
Yeah. No,
okay, and usually you were telling me beforehand that it's usually when it coming out whenever you're doing a bench press.
Yes. Sir.
Or if you were getting into a more close grip with a back squat.
Exactly.
Okay, so what I want to do is let's test and retest. I want to try something that triggers your pain. Let's test for how much it hurts, and then we'll go through the eval process. So let's try a push-up and rate your pain 0 to 10, 10 being the worst pain you could think of. Very good. All right, so 0 to 10, 10 is the worst pain you could think of. How much does that hurt?
I can give it a 5 over 10.
A 5? Okay, cool.
Yeah.
All right, so anatomy lesson, guys. We're gonna come over here to Tommy the skeleton. Now, what medial elbow pain or inside elbow pain is often referred to as golfer's elbow. It's obviously because of the golf swing and the movement and forces that are placed on it. A lot of golfers will develop it there. But also, as you can see, a lot of strength athletes will also develop medial elbow pain whenever they're in a close grip back squat position or from any pressing motions. Now, the big thing you want to understand is that this is only the site of symptoms, and often the cause of this elbow pain is something all the way up the chain at the shoulder. Now, what we're gonna do is go through a testing regimen in real time, and I'm gonna show you what I do to look at, sort of find the root cause of this pain, and we're gonna see if we can get on the right track to fixing it today. So what I'm gonna have you do is lay on your back with your head down on this side. So we are going to first start by testing for lat flexibility. Now, in this position, we're gonna look at the left side first. Now, we do have a prior history of injury on the left side, so we're gonna make sure that we look at that as well. But the lats are these big, powerful V-shaped muscles that come on the backside of your body, and they internally rotate the shoulder. So in this position, we're in a shortened position for the lats. I'm gonna take his arm and go as high overhead, a little painful on that side.
Yeah.
Yep. So you can see how far we're able to go with the lats. Got a little bit of impingement on that side. Now what I'm going to do is externally rotate. So I'm gonna take his thumbs and go out like this. Now for him, he actually gets to about the same range. So what we're looking for is there a difference side to side? So internally rotated, he gets to about ear level before he feels a little pinching pain because of a prior injury. And then with an externally rotated, again, we're at about ear level, maybe even a little bit better. So stiff lats are not a problem on this side. So let's go to the opposite side, and Evan, you can just swing over here because you'll be able to see from the side view. So internal rotation on this side. From right here, I can get much further. So again, this is not the shoulder issue side, but you can see I can bring his arm all the way overhead. Now let's externally rotate. Right there. That's about all I got. Can you feel a difference? So with external rotation, we're putting a stretch on the lats. I'm holding down his shoulder blade so that he doesn't cheat and pull his shoulder blade out to the side. And he can only get to about right there before his whole shoulder blade wants to kick out to cheat. So if I don't hold down the shoulder blade, he can cheat and get more motion. But this is showing me right here, one of his issues side to side is in lat flexibility. So what we're gonna do is see if in real time we can fix that. So come on over here. I'm gonna show you just one quick motion. We're gonna stretch out that lat. You're gonna take your right hand, hold under here, hand on top. You're gonna sit back and twist into it until you feel a light stretch in your lateral armpit.
That?
Yep, and then sort of hold back. Yeah, that bar won't come too far. Okay, and then sort of drop your chest and swivel to the side or this way. Good. Do you feel a light stretch here? Yeah. Good, very good. Okay, now what I want you to do is hold that for about 5 deep breaths in and out. Okay, so it'll be roughly about 10 seconds. And I just want you to do 3 of them right now, okay? Any pain in the shoulder at all? Feels okay, good. So again, what we're doing is a lat stretch. So he's externally rotating, placing a little bit of stretch on the lat, and then he's pulling back and swiveling to the side to where we're pulling out a good stretch in that lateral armpit. So about 5 deep breaths, and then you can come up. And actually we'll do just 2 of them right now. So we'll do 1 more, and then immediately we're going to retest. So always test, retest when you're doing flexibility or mobility work to see if you're actually going to bring out any change, which is for him a little bit better mobility in that shoulder. So he's going to, again, do 5 deep breaths in and out. Very good. Okay, so let's jump back up on the bed, or on the bed, not a PT bed, on our Eleiko bench.
Yeah.
In the PT clinic, I have an actual PT bed. Externally rotated, we were blocked at about the ear level, and now, look at that, a lot more freedom of movement. So again, in order to get into a good back squat position with your elbows close to your side, you have to have a good amount of lat flexibility to open up that shoulder and bring it in close. So all those powerlifters out there, if you're stuck having a really wide grip because of elbow pain, doing some lat flexibility work like that can allow you to get into a little bit better position. Now, that's just one factor. We also have to look at the shoulder strength and stability of the muscles on the back side of the shoulder blade that will often impact forces at the elbow. So what I want you to do, lay on your stomach. We'll put your head down on this side. Now what we're gonna do is look at his left side first. So I want your arm out to the side like a T on this side. Okay, so right here, I'm going to have him hold right here. So hold it up nice and strong. Okay, don't let me push down. So hold up as strong as you can. Hold it. Hold, 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 hold. A little popping going on. Not too bad, not too bad. Let's go over to the other side. Okay, I want you to take your right arm out to the side like a T and hold it. Now in this position, what I'm testing for is the strength of the muscles on the backside, rhomboids, mid-trap, the muscles that attach and hold up the backside of the shoulder blade, okay? Palm towards the ground, okay? Hold it up here. Don't let me push down. Hold it, hold it, hold it. Woo! Much weaker, huh? Let's try that one more time. So how much can you bench?
Right now, it gets very irritating when I start bending close to 380.
380, okay.
Yeah.
And hold it up here nice and strong.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna try to push this down with 2 fingers, okay? So hold it right here, don't let me push down, 2 fingers. So you can see how weak that is. That's just me pushing with 2 fingers right there. That's showing a big difference side to side in the muscles and the strength that these muscles are producing on the back side of the body. Now again, anatomy-wise, if these muscles are weak and imbalanced compared to the muscles on the front side of the body because of the type of way in which we're working, you're gonna have this imbalance that is going to lead to basically a cascade of problems like a whip cracking. This is where the symptoms are, but the problem stemming from all the way up here. So we found an imbalance in lat flexibility and also strength and stability on the back side of the shoulder. So we're gonna do a couple of exercises, or one more test, hands right here. Okay. Don't let me push your hands in. So hold them nice and strong and actually have your hands straight out in front. So this is external rotation strength. Hold right here. Hold, 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 hold. Okay. Maybe a little bit weaker on that right side. Do you feel a difference?
Yeah.
It was a little bit harder for you to hold it right there. Okay. Take this hand, hold it up here at 90 degrees. Okay. Now don't let me push down. Hold it. Good. Okay. Same thing on this side. Hold right here, nice and strong. Don't let me push down. Hold, hold, hold. That's a little bit harder. Yeah. So again, that's external rotation strength and stability. So rotator cuff muscles that lie on the backside, like mid-trap and low-trap, a little bit weaker than the other side.
Sure.
So I'm gonna show you 2 exercises right now that will help with that. And then we're gonna get back down on the ground and see if that feels any different with your push-up. First one. Okay, guys, I'm just gonna be using TheraBand for this, but at home, if you wanted to mimic these exercises and you don't have a band like this, just a light or just very skinny monster band can be helpful as well. So you're gonna take this and we're going to keep the elbows closed, shoulder blades pulled back, out to the side. You're gonna hold for 10 seconds. Okay. Try that. So palms up, elbows close, out to the side. So we're externally rotating.
Like that's that?
Out to the side, just like that. Now, a 10-second hold is key. Okay, now you will be feeling this on the outside part of the shoulder, right here eventually. Does that feel okay so far?
Yeah, it does.
Okay, and then once you're done, just hold it back in. Do you have any elbow pain with this?
No.
Very good. I want you to do, for right now, I want you to do 5 of these for a 10-second hold. Very good. So what we're looking at, guys, with this is the muscles that lie on the back and lateral part of the shoulder, your rotator cuff. A lot of times when people are looking at the rotator cuff, we're thinking about each specific muscle and what they all do. In reality, all those muscles work together to keep the humerus centered in the hip socket, the golf ball in the middle of the golf tee, if you want to use that analogy. And what we're working on is the back side of the shoulder, making sure that it's centralizing the humerus in the hips or in the shoulder socket, because if there's an imbalance where these muscles are not as strong as this side, the way in which the shoulder joint is being positioned and moved during any loaded motion is going to continue to place excessive load, again, like that whip cracking. The problem's up here, the symptoms come all the way down here. How you feeling with this one?
Good.
These muscles burning pretty good?
I think the left side that I had the shoulder issue was burning more than this.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, but I could feel a little bit of stretch and
on that side.
Especially with me doing the last stretch there, actually feels better because I've been having, because of all my years of doing strongman, doing all overhead pressing. Like I said, I don't really know all this until I started, coming here. Move down here and I start, looking up with resources on how to function better. Yeah. So I think I feel better with it, though this left shoulder is still impeding me. So I think with my injury, because this shoulder wasn't functioning well, I put a lot of load on this.
Exactly.
So, and that irritates this elbow. But
and a big reason why it's also important when we're looking at injuries, not to just look at the one part and focus on that one injury, because you have a left shoulder injury too. And when you're doing a lot of these bilateral movements, pressing, squatting, and stuff like that, we have to look at you as a full person, as an athlete, and take into account that, hey, an issue on this left shoulder could lead you to be moving in a suboptimal manner, which then overloads this side of the body. So if we don't focus on fixing that shoulder too, with a complete rehab program, we're never actually going to fully fix this issue, because we could do all the stuff to that elbow we want, do dry needling, scraping, stuff to get the symptoms to go away for a short term. But until we take that step back, look at the full body, we don't actually truly fix the problem.
I think what you said, I can attest to that, because for the last few months, when I started, feeling better on this left side, my person started feeling better. I mean, before my injury, I was, benching close to like, in the mid, close to 500. I think my best bench then, like 5 years ago, was 450 pounds. Okay. But, as soon as the injury started kicking in, it was so difficult because it was a grind and it frustrates me a lot. But right now, as I showed you before off camera, how my shoulder mobility got better, by watching you and doing all kinds of stuff to this left shoulder. It puts less strain on my elbow because this shoulder I started doing its job again. So while pressing, I'm not leaning onto this side to make my elbows, this right elbow work more than this.
You're moving symmetrically.
Exactly.
That's awesome. So a true testament to why we have to take that full body approach.
Exactly.
Okay, so we did the first motion, which was just elbow like this. Now we definitely got to work on the back side of the shoulder, because arm out to the side, that right shoulder was definitely weaker. Now here's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna take this bar, put it in the rack, and we will take this band, and I'm gonna stand on it just because I know you're gonna have a lot of force through there. You're gonna wrap this around here, okay? You're gonna start with shoulder retractions. You're gonna pull your shoulder blades back, and then you're gonna pull the band out to the side like that, keeping your elbows straight the whole time. Now, I'm just gonna stand on this part so the whole rack doesn't come with it. Okay, so retract right there. Okay, so elbows straight. Okay, now you're gonna start, pull your shoulder blades back, and then arms out to the side. It won't go very far. Hold there for 5 seconds.
That way?
Exactly, just like that. Now again, the idea behind this is that it's not just pulling, it's not just strength, but it's stability. Because strength is different than stability. Strength is just your ability to produce force. Stability is your ability to limit excessive or unwanted motion. Basically, your control of the mobility that you do have. So for you, you wanna get those shoulder blades back, and then get those arms out to the side, keeping the elbows straight, and then hold right there. 5 seconds, 2, 3, 4, 5. Slow back in. Okay, can you do 8 of those in a row right now? Now again, the idea behind this is that we're making sure that those muscles on the back side of the shoulder blade, not one specifically, but all of them working together. So we have rhomboids, we have mid trap, a little bit of low trap, you've got your posterior shoulder rotator cuff. They're all working to control the motion, to own your stability. You feel that right side working pretty good?
Yeah.
Yeah. And again, the hold is key. So it's the tempo and then that 5-second hold. Now, for you at home, if you're watching this, if the band is too tough for you, the resistance is too tough, you'll see a couple things happen. That elbow will bend or you'll shrug upwards. You won't be able to maintain that retracted and sort of depressed shoulder position. You'll want to shrug up as compensation. So always pull straight back with this one to sort of make a T with your body. Usually in clinic, if I'm having someone do something like this, I'll have them do maybe 2 to 3 sets of 8 to 10 reps for a 5-second hold.
Yeah,
burning pretty good.
Yeah, that was good.
Yeah, that's a really good one. Okay, now the very last one we're gonna do is, let's see here, we'll mimic this with a band. And actually I want you to do this on the ground. Okay. What we're gonna do is almost like a floor press. Okay. So obviously it's gonna be like the opposite of the push-up that we're then going to test after. You're gonna use a resistance band. Now this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna get down on the ground. You're going to pull apart, okay? And then from here, because you're engaging those lateral shoulders, you're gonna slowly control it down. I'm talking like a 5-second tempo, all the way down. And then you're gonna hold that position for 3 seconds and then slow back up. So I want a 5-3-3 tempo. Okay, let's try that. So on your back. Now, if we had a bench that we could actually get into, obviously the Eleiko bench is a little bit higher for seal rows, but we're just gonna do this like a floor press. So on your back. Yeah, watch your head. Okay, so I want as if you were to bench. Okay, so I have that pronated grip. So like you're breaking the band. Okay, now as you're slowly going down, we got a 5-second lower. Keep that tension on the lateral shoulders. Keep those lats locked in. Pull those shoulder blades down. Okay, do you have any elbow pain at all?
No.
Good. Do you feel the lateral shoulders kick on?
No.
Okay, 3-second hold. Slow back up. Good. Do you feel when you try to break that band, do you feel like the lateral shoulder tension start?
Yeah, and I can feel like my elbows like running through down to the lat.
You can feel here?
Yeah.
Okay, do you have any medial elbow pain?
No.
Okay, good, that's what I want. Okay, so band, slow down. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 3-second hold down there. 1, 2, 3. 3 seconds up. 1, 2, 3. I want you to do 3 more of those. So again, what we're doing is we're sort of priming the exact stability coordination of those lateral shoulders and the lats during a pressing like motion, which is his push-up and eventually his bench press as well. But just sort of working through the proper sequencing of making sure that our lats are being engaged and our posterior shoulder rotator cuff muscles are really working to put the shoulder in a more optimal position. Now again, if you're doing this correctly, you will not have elbow pain with this. If you do, see if you can try to break that band a little bit more and go a little bit slower with it. And also, you don't need to go as deep. So if you're bringing this down and you're feeling any elbow pain with this, maybe start off with a little bit more of a graded movement.
Yeah, that's good.
Not bad?
Yeah.
Okay, let's take that off. Make sure to get your thing in your pocket. Okay, and let's flip over and try a push-up again. So we went through, we did our lat flexibility. We did a little bit of strength. Let's try a push-up one more time and let's see what it feels like after all that. And when you go down, really try, just like we did before, engage those lats, shoulder blades in. Okay, slow tempo. Back up. Okay. All right, 0 to 10, what does that feel like pain-wise?
I think I'll drop it down from the previous one. -2 now, so it's like 3.
Like a 3. Okay, so we were able to take it from a 5 to a 3.
Yeah.
Again, you've been dealing with this for how many years?
Since I would call it summer of 2017.
17.
Yes.
So what we do in here is not going to be a full fix. It's not magic. But our goal is that we uncovered the root cause. You had a lat restriction on your right side compared to your left side, and also left shoulder issue. And then we uncovered a little bit of strength and stability issue, especially that right side was worse than the left. So finding that root cause and then developing the plan that works towards those in real time, you're able to make it feel a little bit better. Meaning that this plan set in place will allow you to slowly over time get out of pain and build back that capacity and resiliency.
So I'll ask you a question now from a PT standpoint, especially for my squat though. I usually like do all my warm-ups or my mobility a day before my squat. I'm not a big fan of doing mobility prior to my lift.
Whenever it comes to being a strongman or a powerlifter competitor, what we want to find is tuned mobility. You come in and do so much mobility work, you're just going to teach yourself how to get loose under the bar. So it's about priming your body to get into optimal positions without doing too much mobility work that you lose the stiffness that you need to be able to lift big weight. So if you, like you said, if you come in and you do a lot of flexibility, it's going to teach you to not be as stiff underneath the bar, which is what you need if you're trying to put 800-900 pounds on your back. So what I love the ability to do like the active mobility work prior to, like you said.
I do it like maybe a night before. I mean, when I come in, I just try to just loosen up and you know, get under the bar.
For you, what I would probably do when it comes to lat flexibility is we would maybe do just a little bit of soft tissue work. So maybe not as much lat. Maybe you could do like 2 of them. So just a little, just a little bit of that one. Just 2, maybe not a lot of them, because I want just enough to be able to get into a better position. And then maybe even a little bit of lat soft tissue mobility work. So you could take a lacrosse ball and go right into that area, or a foam roller.
As I'm about to train.
Yes, as you're about to train. Because what that shows us is that you're going to help improve the flexibility of that tissue right there, but it's not going to harm your performance, because research shows that a little bit of soft tissue work like foam rolling will improve your flexibility in the short term, but it doesn't have any harmful effects on the performance of the muscle.
So for like how long? Because I used to get on people at the gym, like, you know,
you're foam rolling for 10
like,
hours.
Come on, like the reason I'm here, the reason you're here is to lift. Like, train. Why are you still warming up for like 30 minutes?
For each area, so like the lat's your area, right? 1 minute. That's it. That's all you need.
All right.
So yeah, you get under, lay on the foam roller for 1 minute, you're ready to go. Sweet. So again, the biggest thing when you get to the gym, we need to be efficient and effective with our warm-up. We do too much, we're just wasting time, and we're actually going to hurt our performance, because we're getting so flexible that we may be, especially for a strength athlete, we're decreasing that stiffness that we do need, that tuned stiffness for the lifts. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it does.
Cool.
Thank
All
you,
right.
man.
Yeah, you're very welcome. Very welcome. All right, guys. So I want you right now, if you are enjoying all this stuff, go follow this man's YouTube page. I'm going to link it below. And also follow him on Instagram so you can check out all of his training and all the other content that he makes. So until next time, guys, happy squatting.
Sweet.
They say that energy flows where attention goes, so I pay no mind. Why waste my time with all these negative cats scratching? So caught up in their egos, these people have lost.